In a city that never slowed down, everyone was always in a hurry. People rushed past each other every day, too busy to notice anyone standing still. Among them was a quiet girl named Mira. She walked the same streets, went to the same school, and returned home the same way every day. No one really saw her. At school, Mira sat quietly at her desk, watching others laugh and talk. When the teacher called her name, she knew the answer, but the words never came out. The room grew quiet, and then the laughter began. Mira lowered her head, wishing she could disappear. Later that evening, as dark clouds gathered in the sky, Mira walked home alone. Light rain began to fall, and the streets grew louder with rushing cars. That was when she saw it, a small boy chasing a ball. The ball rolled into the road. A car was coming fast. Mira's heart began a race. Before she could think, she whispered one word, "Stop," and suddenly, everything did. The rain froze in the air. The car stopped mid-road. People froze mid-step. Time itself had paused. Mira stood there, frozen in shock, the only one who could still move. She stepped forward slowly, her hands shaking. She touched a raindrop and realized it was real. The world had stopped, but she had not. Without wasting time, Mira ran to the boy. She lifted him gently, carried him away from the road, and placed him safely on the sidewalk. Then, just as suddenly as it had stopped, time began to move again. The rain fell. The car drove on. People continued walking, as if nothing had happened. The boy was safe. No one noticed Mira. She stepped back quietly, her heart pounding, and walked away. But as she disappeared into the crowd, a cold voice echoed behind her. "You shouldn't have used your power." Mira stopped. Slowly, she turned around. The street was empty, and for the first time in her life, Mira knew one thing for sure. Nothing would ever be normal again.